certain things more than others. So it's like, if it's a good reaction, it doesn't necessarily mean that I like that anymore. But it just gives you a really good gauge, and you know, there's all these reference points and how things flow. It's kind of like, I feel like the album, I don't want it to just keep hitting you. I want it to, there to be valleys and peaks and very obvious samples everyone knows and some slightly more obscure ones. So I feel like the set's like a great place to try that out. So that's the way it is, you know, it's like everything from the album comes from the shows.
Hey, I think Spin asked you this before, but the story of the craziest thing that ever happened to you on stage?
At multiple shows, people have had sex on stage, which
that may happen again today.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking for someone to raise the bar to get more of like a group sex sort of thing going on. Like the one-on-one sex on stage is like passe at this point, but you know, it's gone down, and I have to say it went down in such a way that it wasn't people really like showing off, or it wasn't like a sex show. It wasn't like if me and him fucked right here, but it was the sort of thing where it was like,
I don't know what to think about that.
It was like, it would be like if we were interviewing and then like two people were having sex right behind here. So it was like they were celebrating this event and what was happening, but they weren't necessarily showing off having sex to the crowd. But anyways, what I'm getting at is I feel like someone should raise the bar, minimally like 4 people sort of thing.
The challenge has been put out there, so
we'll see what
you guys have fun with that. I'll have my camera. And now I'm completely thrown off.
She's got a question.
Okay, here you go.
So we go to a lot of festivals. We've actually seen you at Coachella and Sasquatch, and we're going to see you here. What's been your favorite so far? Do you notice any difference?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, I'm kind of in my own world as far as the set goes. Like, I think what I think is good and what I like, I don't think anyone else it should translate. It's very technical, stupid, nerd stuff. But as far as the actual festival, I've always really been into Bonnaroo. I really love a lot. I mean, they're all cool on their own level. I feel like, you know, I feel like the festivals with the more jam-based bands, as far as the crowd goes, are cooler to me. It's a lot more freeform, and I like festivals, or certain ones cater to a very specific. I mean, they're all broad, but some of them cater to a more specific demographic than others. And I feel like Bonnaroo is pretty broad as far as like what's about to play, whether it's going to be like Al Green or Fish or Bruce Springsteen or whatever, Girl Talk or whatever. So yeah, I kind of like that vibe there, and it's massive. And you know, the bigger it gets isn't always the better, but it's hard to deny, you know, that many people hanging out. It's hard to not have a good time. But I really haven't been to one that I haven't liked, so I feel bad answering that question because they've all been insane on their own level.
I saw you at Virgin Festival a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was a very distinctly different vibe than Bonnaroo.
If you guys don't know, the Virgin Festival is in Baltimore, and it's on a horse race track. And they have one big stage on one end, one big stage on the other end, and then a couple of tents. And Gregg was in one of the tents right either before or right after Dan Deacon.
That was insane.
You want to talk about the 2 people that involved the crowd the most?
It was funny because he played at noon and I played at like 12:45, and I usually wake up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so that was like hell. And Deacon actually had to catch a flight to Europe like 2 hours later. That was like a real involved, weird show, but I like that, you know what I mean? It's like, you play enough shows, anything outside of the box of what's going to go on. It's a challenge, obviously. You play at 12:30 and get people fired up.
Seeing Girl Talk when the sun was up and not coming up was different. Well, I was really psyched to see your name on the bill, and I'm really looking forward to the set tonight. I love that the festivals are starting to be not so much like there's a jam band festival here and a rock and roll festival here, but they're really starting to come together. We had Damian Marley and Nas a minute ago. Cool Kids played last night, so you've got hip-hop, you've got jam bands, you've got the Black Crowes representing the blues rock, we got classic rock, and I'm not going to say that it's your doing, but if you listen to a Girl Talk record, it is rock, and it is indie, and it is hip-hop. It's this man right here.
They started this festival up after they heard Night Ripper.
Rothbury is your middle name.
True story.
Thank you so much for coming by. And for the record, I want to see for the camera the Grateful Dead Steelers shirt. That needs to be.
I'm very proud of this bootleg merchandise.
Thank you, Gregg.
Thank you guys all
Thank
for
you
coming
guys
out.
for your great questions. Have a good set tonight.
We love you.